a little bit here. Matty Cruiser has sustained a leg injury. I think we realized this at the end of the last week's episode. I kind of said it over the press conference. Our injuries didn't look great. Cruiser was going to miss 2 weeks. Which, no, we're not sending him to the hospital. We want him back in 2 weeks because that's a massive out. It's a massive out missing Cruiser. That is not what we're looking for. But yeah, that's a big out. So we've got 3 key injuries to 3 players who I really want in this side. Cruiser, Murphy, and Fisher. I mean, it's better than him being dead, which you said multiple times during the last video. Yeah, I know, he's dead. Cruiser's dead. It's good because it's dramatic days, which means, hang on, does that Adelaide lineup say like 80 something? Oh, it does. All right, well, it means we're going to have to make some changes to the side here. Phillips, does he go into the ruck? His rucking is 77. What's Casbolt's? 66. All right, yeah. So Phillips going into the ruck, not the worst case scenario because he's actually coming up against Jenkins. For some reason, where is that other bloke for Adelaide? Gee, look at their team. It looks in all sorts of strife because they've got freaking all their stars on the bench. Atkins, Walker, Betts, and Crouch all on the bench. Jacobs not playing, so that's a big thing. Put Josh White in the middle. Oh, mate, Josh White, what a moment he would be. What else are we looking at here? This big inclusion. What about Lobie? What's his rucking? 74. I think Phillips is, yeah, it's better than that. Williamson, this guy just signed a contract extension this week. Like, it just depends on, am I trying to improve this Carlton side or am I just going to go with the best damn players every time? Because there's really no point to getting younger blokes in at this point because it's like, well, I can't really do a lot, yeah. Okay, everybody, let's get into this one. Adelaide and Carlton, it's been a big week in football, hasn't it, just Eddie Maguire? No, indeed. But it's a big contest because the Blues are coming off some quality performances of late. Look at Rory Laird looking schmick there with that new face scan for him. And the Blues, obviously, a big win last week. Casbolt starring. Just the one change. Jeez, that was a voice break. Just the one change for the Blues this week. With Phillips coming in for Cruiser. We are the Navy Blues. How are you, Gibbs? Enjoying the life? Let's fight in Adelaide. It's our time tonight. I made that one up. Rate my own abilities, everybody. Super hot fire. Okay. Oh, they're getting involved already here. Bada bing, bada boom. The game is underway at the Adelaide Oval. Straight away, Jenkins won it out of the middle, and he's streaming forward. He's going to have a ping, or is he? Went forward, and Jones couldn't get the fist in. McGovern taking a nice grab and slotting it through for the Crows first. Jeez, that is the problem. It's a super fast start. But we can keep going here through right. Who got dumped straight away. Ball went out wide. Spoiled by Rowe. Now Graham gets it, gives it back towards Rowe, and Curnow will pick this one up. Didn't get rid of it in time, and the ball is still in dispute. Adelaide looking to push forward. Already, though, it's clear that the Carlton side, I was going to say they're on tonight, but gee, that is a goal. It set this game alight. Plowman trying to get involved here. Ball just bobbling around, and that is a big miss from Andy Otten. To score, Adelaide with the only 2 goals of this one. 13-0 right now, the current scoreline. Thomas got a handball out to Kerridge. Kerridge to Silvani. Silvani lines up from not far out. Had some time, did Jack Silvani. Forward, sees Levi running back for it. Couldn't take the mark. Kyle Cheney cutting that off. And so far, the Adelaide defensive back 6 are just making life difficult for the Carlton forwards. Crows. Long ball from about 60 out, forward 50. Crum McGovern. Big tackle down there by Doherty. Oh no, you got to cut him off. Marchbank. And 26 minutes played in the opening term. Riley Knight gets the 3rd goal for the Crows. And that'll be quarter time. So the coach will have something to spray. It's 18 points the margin. Paddy Cripps, the captain, leading in his first game here. And you look at Carlton's inside 50s. 4 inside 50s so far to the 8 of the Crows. Like, we're getting it forward. It's not been massive, but there's still plenty of work to do. Another entry inside 50. This will be cut off by Doherty. A looping handball into the middle of the ground. Does really well. This is Daisy Thomas to Cripps. Trying to lift his side into the game. Loads up from 50. Long ball. Charlie Curnow's down there. It'll go through for one behind, but a promising start for the Blues at this early stage. With a good kick to Levi. Should have got under that ball better. Handball went in his direction, Levi. He went on the right boot and missed. So Carlton peppering the scoreboard early, who's already got 2 on the board. Decides again not to go for goal, but he finds Smith about 15 metres closer than he previously was, so he can line up for goal here. 45 out, a little bit of angle. And he puts that one through. Having a couple of sockers in a row. Walker spins out of one, then drops a pill. Should have been a free. Marchbank an opportunity now and goes out wide and finds Graham. So the Blues trying to rectify their problems. Phillips with a good mark over the top of Jenkins. That's not play on, you goose. Cripps takes the mark, sidesteps one, gets to Silvani. Handball to Levi Casbolt. Snap on the right boot is home. Levi gets the Blues first. We challenged him to respond, and that is a nice goal. The chat get around him. Full control of this game. That's got to be a handball. You had to get it out. A left foot, right foot, right foot snap. No, it was a left foot snap from Riley Knight. 45 metres is a goal. That is still dangerous. Eddie Betts is dangerous. Liam Jones just did beautifully well. Got it out of there. Out of that troublesome area. You got to win this back, win this back, win this back. Marchbank attack the ball hard. Otten's in there. Walker's in there. There's just fighting for the ball at the moment. It's a 22-point ball game. 26 played, second term. Big moments in this contest. That's a throw. Not again. Not an injury to Patrick Cripps. We can't afford any more star blokes getting injured. Oh, and Eddie Betts from deep in the pocket. 28 played. Decides to centre it. And finds Gibbs, who will line up 30 out directly in front on half-time and give Adelaide a 28-point half-time lead. Let's go, boys. Carlton Adelaide needs a big second half. Levi has to be at the centre of that. Again, another 3 goals to 1 term. Come on, Phillips. Let's start this off with a bang. Out of there was Jenkins. Winning it down now. Wiedering attacking this ball hard. Liam Jones in there as well. Just gave it up to Sloan. And Jones with a desperate spoil. Eddie Betts off the ground. Oh, it started exactly how the first term started. Got to be real careful here, Carlton, that they just don't concede too many early scoring opportunities. Cripps getting involved in there. Thomas as well. Laird there too. Handball from Simpson. Finds Wiedering inside the 51-on-1. Silvani takes the grab. And this is an important moment in this game. They have the win in this term, Carlton. And they need to kick goals like that. That is the wrong one. It's a 28-point ball game. Phillips won it out of the middle towards Cripps, who gave away the free kick. Sloan went wide, but Thomas cut it off with a spoil, and Cripps goes again. Might get on the end of this one, Cripper. He does to Simpson. Cade Simpson, he's a veteran. He spots Casbolt in a bit of room. Didn't quite get it out in his direction. The kick was fairly poor. And the ball ends up with Talia on the wing. Simpson's man. Now this is Laird. Short ball going and finding Jenkins. Jenkins with a short ball as well. Ed Curnow got it and got dumped. Inside the 50 was Gibbs. And this is the real issue. Because they kick it like 5 metres, that's a point. But they just mark sometimes. In all kinds of... Oh, Jones. Jones has given it up. McGovern will kick the goal. Liam Jones. Yeah, margin is back out to what's that? 35 points. 2 goals to 1 for the quarter for the Crows. That's a throw, not a high tackle. Didn't you see that ball absolutely traject out of there? All kinds of trajections. Get it to Cripps. Get it back to Cripps. Sloan is down. We've got to win this contest here, the Blues. Oh, they might have turned it over, but Jenkins has given a high tackle. Inside the 50, Petrevski-Seaton. And he can line up again with the wind here. Just bring it back nicely. It's not going to make the journey. Down there. Who's there? Casbolt's there, and he gives away the free. You can't afford that, Levi. It's a 35-point lead. Here's his Marchbank. Just sockers off the deck to Cripps. Cripps couldn't get involved. Too good. Oh, and again. Goes out wide to Gibbs, who's starting to get some influence over his old side, and he's got this one through. Come on. Daisy, run down Laird. Laird with a long shot at goal. But guess who's down there? It's Liam Jones. And he can just bang it down the middle. Thomas knocks his man over. Then goes to win the footy. Levi just got to get it to him. Daisy went wide for Silvani. Couldn't take it. Give it back to Jack. Ooh. I've got to get the next 3 goals if I'm any sort of chance. They had a man out wide. They decided to go even wider and further up the ground. That's out of bounds. One, to be honest with myself. But I would love for it to happen. Inside the 50. Mark taken down there by Charlie Curnow. Did nice bit of body work. And he can line up 35 out. No real angle to speak of. Kick the goal. They had that handball. They had it. And my bloke overran it. And Jones couldn't get anywhere near McGovern. There's just some moments you look at this and go, he's absolutely missed that by a long way. And Liam Jones has got to make the most of this. It's not a bad option, actually. This could work out here. Matty Wright getting into it. Paddy Dow also involved. Cutting off the spoil. Got it to Levi. Has a short option. Finds Petrevski-Seton. This could be back-to-back goals for the Blues. If he can put this through. Give them a small amount of hope. Heading into the last term. Oh, you got to come off him. You had to do that. Jones, get there. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Sometimes your players just get in absolutely terrible positions. When I say sometimes, I mean all the time. Like right now, look at that. They've got 4 blokes on their own. I can't do anything about it, and they've got another one. All the more, absolutely no chance. No, Jones. Got to mark that, Jones. Bring back Bolton. Mate, I'm 3-4 after this game. And everybody wants to get rid of me. I have... Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I have delivered beyond expectations. What is this nonsense, though, that Gibbs just put up? Fuck torpedoes.
It seems like just... were you noticing the absence of Matthew Cruiser in the game since you just looked like you got demolished in the hitouts?
Yeah, it's... I thought Phillips played pretty good. I thought he was even with Jenkins for actually most of the day. I think Jenkins was just beating him probably more around the ground, and I think that's what Cruiser's strength is. For us, we know that, even if he doesn't win the hit out, he's going to provide a contest for us at ground level. But, yeah, there's definitely some work that we might have to look at the stoppage. We thought we were pretty poor in terms of our actual stoppage setups.
The back 6, would you say this is their worst game since you started coaching them?
Nah, not necessarily, because we thought that, it's impossible to stop scoring when the pressure up the ground isn't there. And as we said, a lot of their goals came from stoppage and clearance. And if you can't contain, the pressure around the ball, when up the ground, sort of at that half forward line, midfield level for yourself, it's going to be very, very difficult for the defenders to actually, do well. We thought the margin probably flattered us in the end, given they had, 30 more inside 50s than us. So, yeah, pretty lucky in the end, I think.
Levi Casbolt last week did amazing, and we thought he'd come back into the form that we expected from him. Would his spot be considered for being downgraded to the 2s? Hi, Spud. Damien Barrett here. According to my sources, there are communication issues at the club. Can you confirm this?
By whom?